Hi guys, it's Crispina. You can't see me today, but you can see my hands. Hi. Today I'm doing a little tutorial for my Live at 11, and one of the hardest things for people to get started with when they're using my process is to thread the needle. So today I'm going to show you how I do it. Do you like my hands? Aren't they pretty? Do you like my band-aid? Whoops, there's stuff stuck in it. Thread. Anyway, no, I don't really normally get manicures. Anyway, so there's a couple different kinds of needles that I use for my sewing projects generally. These are yarn darners. Yarn darner, if you're from Maine or Boston or somewhere. Can you see the eyes there? They're pretty big. They're kind of, I don't know, about 3 inches long, I think. And they have a pretty sharp point, and they're good for yarn, hence their name. So we'll start with those. Actually, so let me show you. These are yarn darners, and then we also have these smaller needles that are called embroidery needles, and those are good for like embroidery floss or thinner yarn or thinner fabric. So you kind of always want to have your needle match your yarn, match your fabric weight. So like a thinner weight fabric would have a thinner yarn and a thinner needle. Heavier weight, heavier yarn, heavier needle. So, hi guys, thanks for tuning in today. I see some of you out there. Hi. Anyway, okay, so back to needles. Here we go. There's a couple different kinds of yarn that I use, and actually lately I've been kind of steering toward the more of an embroidery floss. But to thread a needle, no matter if it's embroidery floss or wool, you cut the yarn or the floss really kind of bluntly across there, and you pull it right back so that it's right in the crease of your finger, and you take your needle and you just push the yarn through the needle. And if anybody's wondering, I do have a PhD in threading needles. It took many years of study. It looks super easy, and it is once you get the hang of it. So there's a knot on the other end, but we're going to focus on threading. So this is called Persian wool, and the Persian wool goes in the yarn darner nicely like that. So I'm going to stick that over here. Then we're going to take another yarn darner. We're going to use this little bit lighter weight material. It's called tapestry yarn. It's a little bit thinner. It's also wool. Snip, again, with a blunt cut right across by, pull it right back into the crease of your fingers, your index and thumb there, and then just work the yarn through the needle. Okay, try it out. It really is a nice way to try to have more success with needle threading. This is embroidery floss, and there's two puzzles here. One is threading the stuff, and the second, well, firstly, it's pulling the stuff out. These skeins are notoriously easy to tangle, so if you just pull the end that's sticking out just kind of in the direction that it's coming from the skein, that usually keeps it from tangling upon itself, but not always. So snip that off. Now some of you guys probably know this stuff comes in, there's 6 tiny strands together that you can separate if you're working on finer weight stuff, but for the things that I make, I usually use it all 6 strands together. I cut it really blunt. Do you see it? It's hard to focus with this little camera, but anyway. And then same deal, you just kind of work your needle over the top of those bluntly cut ends, and there you go. So that's my little trick on threading needles. I do sell needles at my website. There's yarn darners and embroidery needles for sale there, and they come in these really cute little envelopes. There's a little fabric that you can keep them in inside. So it's a nice little pouch, folds up, and you can wrap it together with the little floss that it comes with. So that's what it looks like. And the envelopes are made out of the recycled Dolphin Studio calendar off prints, so those are kind of fun. I also have pin cushions, needles, and pins for sale, so take a look there. And also scissors. These scissors I think are sold out, but I have a similar one from the same company, Ernest Wright and Company, over in Sheffield, England. So check those out. And thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a great Thursday, and I look forward to chatting again tomorrow morning at 11.